Thank you so much to Ryan, to the hemp industry, and to craft brewers who are joining us here, who are raising their voice. Really grateful to have champions like Senator Amy Klobuchar and Senator Tina Smith in Congress fighting alongside me. Really grateful to have Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and my dear friend Senator Lindsey Port. I am grateful again that we are all here to raise the alarm and stand with the hemp small business industry in Minnesota. At a last minute, without a single public hearing, as you've heard, without talking to people who are affected, a small group of Washington insiders slipped a provision that would have catastrophic consequences for hemp small businesses in Minnesota and across this country. As the co-chair of the Cannabis Caucus, I was alarmed. Experts say this provision could wipe out up to 90 to 95% of today's hemp drinks, gummies, and other consumables. This is unacceptable. Minnesota did everything right. Our state created one of the strongest, most responsible regulatory framework in the entire country. We implemented age limits to keep products out of kids' hands, strict rules for retailers, high quality testing, clean labeling, and real accountability. Because of that hard work, Minnesota now has a vibrant and safe hemp economy, more than 5,300 licensed retailers, and over 160 brewers and brew hubs. Now, a one-size-fits-all federal ban punishes our state for doing it the right way, while doing nothing to stop unregulated or bad actors elsewhere. That is just unsensical policy, and it encapsulates everything wrong with the current GOP-controlled Congress. If this ban stands, thousands of jobs are at risk, 2,700 jobs directly, and more farmers, manufacturers, distributors, and small retailers. Minnesota small businesses that followed the rules, invested in compliance, hired workers, contributed to their communities, they are being told their core product will be illegal in a year. That is not right. And let's be clear, this is not just an economic issue, it is also a criminal justice issue. Overnight, a legal, regulated product in Minnesota would be pushed back into the shadows. We will see confusion, selective enforcement, and the very real possibility that ordinary workers and small business owners could face criminal penalties for something that was legal yesterday. And based on decades of failed drug policy in this country, we know exactly which communities are going to be hit hardest when Congress draws broad and careless lines. We can and we should regulate these products, but banning entirely everything nationwide is unacceptable. Ignoring successful labels like Minnesota is not right. All this will do is kill good jobs, reduce consumer safety and choice, and push people back into unregulated and sometimes dangerous black markets. So here is what we must do. Congress needs to fix this, and it needs to fix it quickly. This should not be a zero-sum game. We need a sensible federal framework, one that sets strong safety standards, protects kids, and ensures product quality without dismantling a thriving industry that states like Minnesota worked so hard to build. We must get this right to protect small businesses, workers, and consumers. I will be fighting alongside everyone here today and won't give up until we roll back this harmful provision, because now is not the time for us to stop fighting and to give up. And as the co-chair of the Cannabis Caucus, you all have my word that I will fight and do everything that I can to protect our hemp small businesses. To see so many, I am really delighted to see so many incredible leaders and so much of our community here. I want to start with a gratitude by thanking the Minnesota Democratic delegation Senator Amy Klobuchar, Senator Tina Smith, Congresswoman Angie Craig, Congresswoman Betty McCollum, for strongly speaking in opposition to the hate, to the fear-mongering, and for standing up in unity for the Somali community here in Minnesota and across the country. I also want to thank Governor Tim Walz, Lieutenant Governor Betty Flanagan, Attorney General Keith Ellison, for reminding folks why Minnesota is a great state, because we all stay united and uplift one another. And I want to thank the incredible leaders who are behind me, whether they are elected officials or faith leaders or community leaders, for speaking in one unified voice against the scapegoating of a community that has thrived in Minnesota and whom most have chosen to call this state home. I think I want to speak to a few things. One, I want to speak to what Trump has tweeted and what it means for those of us who call this incredible state home. Because facts matter, and facts are important. It is unfortunate that we are led by a president who does not understand the law